Hey, this is Pastor Jay Lee, and you're listening to the Daily Sabbath Podcast. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16. All scripture is God-breathed and is useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Have you ever stopped to wonder at the miracle and mystery of the scriptures? From the outside looking in, it must seem strange that so many people, spanning the millennia and even till now, have been so dedicated to these writings, claiming them to be the very words of God. No book has the enduring legacy nor shaped human history and culture more than this book. How can this be? I mean, what are the scriptures really? Paul says all scripture is God breathed. In both Greek and Hebrew, the word for breath is also the word for wind and spirit. The Spirit of God has been breathed out by God into the words of Scripture, and the breezes of His presence and truth can be felt flowing from its words. It says in 1 Corinthians that the Spirit of God knows and searches the thoughts of God the Father. And so Scripture then is like a portal into the mind of God, giving us a window into His heart, what He loves, what angers Him, what matters to Him, and what moves Him. Scripture also teaches us to recognize the voice of God. Now, obviously, Scripture does not speak specifically to every situation in your life, but Scripture is like the vocabulary of the Spirit, which He uses to speak to us. The greater the vocabulary we possess, the greater we understand the language of God, the more easily we're able to comprehend and discern God's voice from all the other voices that would compete for our attention. And so your reflection for today is this: are you investing time into learning the vocabulary and language of God by looking into the scriptures regularly? And as you do, see if you do not begin to feel the breezes of His presence blowing on you. For more Daily Sabbath content, please be sure to follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can also follow us on our Instagram account, Daily Sabbath.